we will have already gone through the meet and greet. I don't know where we might be right now. We might be walking around, we might be sitting at a desk. It doesn't matter. But Clay's picked out a Motor Trend certified vehicle. That's the first criteria. So when I know he's picked out a Motor Trend certified vehicle, I'm going to stop and say, hey Clay, what you've done is you picked out a Motor Trend certified vehicle. I'm going to give you this card in just a second, but this card is going to provide you some benefits that you're not going to find at any other store in this area, that I can guarantee. You know, Clay, we've known for years that customers have certain fears when they come to buy a car. You may have some of those same fears. For example, you ever worry about paying a car dealer too much for a car or a truck? Okay. Now I'm going to guess that our price had to be fairly attractive or you would not have showed up here. Am I right about that? But if you're a normal human being, you're probably wondering how much better could we do, or how much better could anybody else do on a similar vehicle, right? You want to get the best price you can get. Clay, I'm going to guarantee you something that no other dealer in the state of Virginia will guarantee you, no other dealer in the state of North Carolina will guarantee you, and it's going to sound a little bit crazy, but please let me explain. Clay, I'm going to guarantee you that it is literally impossible for you to pay too much for one of our Motor Trend certified vehicles. Now, does that sound a little odd coming from a car salesman?
Yes.
If you're not skeptical, you're crazy. But let me explain how it works. Look, our price had to be good to get you here. We had to pre-discount it for you. Now we're going to guarantee you in writing that you will not find a better price on a similar vehicle anywhere else on the planet. Once you take delivery today, we're going to give you 5 days to look. You can look at any other Honda website, any other independent used car website, any other franchise dealer website. You could look at Craigslist. You could look at newspaper websites. You can look in Virginia, North Carolina, Idaho, Arizona, California. Look in the Middle East. Look in Europe. If you find a similar vehicle, and by similar I mean the vehicle's got to be the same make, model, year, trim level. The miles have got to be in the ballpark, usually within 10,000. But if you find a vehicle like that, it's got the same options, benefits, and accessories that the one you buy from us today has, and it's advertised for a lower price, Clay, all you have to do is show us that website, and we will cut you a check back for the difference, cheerfully and on the spot. It is literally impossible for you to pay us too much for the vehicle you're looking at. Now, has any dealer ever made that guarantee to you before in writing? No, and they probably won't. Or they will someday. We just happen to be way ahead of the curve. Another fear our customers have told us over the years they have is buying the wrong vehicle, because if you buy a car from a car dealer, you're pretty much stuck with it, aren't you? It's not like buying something from Home Depot or Best Buy or Lowe's or Macy's where you can take it back and exchange it. A car dealer says, yeah, you can trade it back to us, but that's a financial disaster. We're different. Look, we don't want you to be happy for 3 days. We want you to be happy for years. We have a 72-hour exchange policy. Basically, you get a 3-day test drive when you take delivery of a vehicle from us, and it's a Motor Trend certified vehicle. How does that work? Well, you drive it. If for whatever reason, over the next 3 days, whether the color doesn't suit you, whether you want different equipment, whether the seat's uncomfortable, maybe your dog just starts barking at it and won't stop. It doesn't matter. During those first 3 days, we ask that you don't put more than 300 additional miles on the odometer. We ask that you don't run into anything because you need to bring it back in the same condition. But during those first 3 days, if you decide it's not the right vehicle, just give me a call, Clay. Come on back. We'll exchange it for another one. We put this policy in writing as well. Has any dealer ever told you that you couldn't pay too much and you could exchange a vehicle before? Almost sounds like we're Walmart, doesn't it? Last fear. You're looking at a used car. You ever thought about buying somebody else's problem and worried about that? Look, we put our vehicle through an extensive inspection program. It's got to live up not just to our standards, but we have to make it live up to Motor Trend's standards as well. Here's a copy of the inspection form. You can see there's about 155 or 60 different things it has to pass. If it doesn't, we can't Motor Trend certify it, because when we Motor Trend certify it, we put and I'll just flip it over, we put a lifetime powertrain warranty on it, meaning as long as you own this vehicle, you are covered for an engine failure, a transmission failure, a drive axle failure. The seals and gaskets are covered as well, taxes and fluids. If you've got a $2,000 repair, the most you'll ever come out of pocket is $100 because that's a deductible. So Clay, we're going to have some fun today. You picked out a terrific vehicle to look at, but don't forget, you can't pay too much, you can't buy the wrong vehicle, and you don't have to worry about buying somebody else's problem. Cool? Let's go.